This trip started yesterday about 4:30, leaving Whitefish, Montana to go elk hunting for the first time. It's the latest I've ever gotten to start elk hunting in Montana, simply because I just got too much going on. So it's the 26th. Hopefully we'll be hunting in the next 2 hours. We're going to set up camp here and start chasing some elk that we heard bugling as we rode our bikes in. So we got 4 days to see if we can get close to one. We have heard one, so that's a positive sign. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens. It's official, I'm elk hunting. Unfortunately, the elk that we think are here are around this rocky cliff. So we got to get around there. Got 3 hours though, roughly, before it gets dark. So hopefully we can get there and find them. Right here. Watch for the tips of their antlers coming over the hill. I may live to regret that, but I couldn't get myself to shoot them. The one was 6 yards, the other one was 12 to 15. But they were just so small. My cameraman is telling me I should have shot because the road's right there and it would have been easy to get him out. Well, that road we're 7 miles back. When he came up here, I couldn't, he was so small. They came right to us. They're shaking so bad I can't stand it. I cannot believe we just did that. Our wireless mics went dead. And so we were back there messing around, and I'm like, man, they're gonna get off of here. Cause see, if these elk get...
Mama's lost them.
Yeah, but if these elk get up this hill, we're behind them. We can't catch up to them. And so I thought we had missed it. And we came around here, and we get to right here, and I can see them going up the hill. And so I said, I gotta start calling. So I started calling. He set up the camera. And then we're watching a bull. And then I tell him, I said, there's a pretty good one right there on top of the hill right there. And I called a couple times. I said, it sounds like he's coming. And then I thought I heard him coming through the grass. And I said, he's coming, he's right here. And then he pops up, and he's 35 when we first saw. And walked to, what, 12 yards?
3 bulls under 12 yards and under.
Lord, thank you. I mean, I have not gotten to hunt because I have been inundated with what I have going on at my house. And to call a friend and say, hey, it's the 27th of September. Can you go with me for 4 days? I got a chance to go hunting. And then come up here. And yesterday evening, you're going to see, we passed on these little guys, and he was giving me a boatload of crap about why are you doing that? Because they were close enough. But it would just, I don't know, I just hoped and prayed that there was something better in here. How about those apples? And I'll be honest, we flipped him over and stuff because I had to have Waylon help me. Because between my back and I've torn up my arm, I couldn't even show him to you on video if I kept him the way he was. Oh, look at the whale tail on this guy. And everything is just beautifully, perfectly even. Man, I'm ecstatic. You know, but public land elk, it ain't like this was easy. You might think it was easy because we killed this elk on the first full day of hunting. We got here yesterday, set up camp, and fortunately, my bike quit on me, and I stopped down here in this drainage, and Waylon pulled up to me, and I said, my gears are out. And so we stopped, and I said, hey, did you hear that? And we heard a bull bugle back here. If we hadn't stopped on our bikes, we might not even have known that they were here. And the reason I say you might not have known they were here, 6 miles we had come on our bicycles. So there's a lot of country you can pass. So just when you think that this elk hunting is easy, then you realize how much work went into getting here. Granted, we ain't been here very long, but even this morning, what time? We left the tent at 6 and shot him, what'd you say,
8:20.
8:20 or so. Hour and a half of side hilling around this thing to try and catch up with him, and I really thought we were behind him. But man, I'm so glad we weren't. And he was one of the last ones still at the fence. Made a few calls. That'll make the bull crazy. Yesterday, Waylon pulled it out, and those 2 little bulls would not come. I called to them. They came over to us, but they wouldn't come to us. And then fortunately, I was able to motion to him. He was a little behind me. Said, you call because he's farther back. And he pulled out that call and blew it, and that was it. As soon as they heard that, here they came. So I switched to that call this morning, and that's all I blew from this tree right up there. What do we call, 3 times maybe? First time I did, I saw him. Second time, it sounded like he was coming, and the third time, he was already there. How cool is that? Man, I can't get over how pretty he is. They're just a gorgeous animal. Above the rest outdoors, putting arrows where they need to be. Man, that's cool.